Hi, welcome to Windsor, Ontario. I'm Vincent Georgie. I'm the Executive Director and Chief Programmer of the Windsor International Film Festival. I'm also the Director of the School of Creative Arts at the University of Windsor. Welcome to downtown Windsor, and I'm really happy to participate in Jane's Walk and offer you a guided tour of our theatre district and show you all the fantastic venues, spaces, historical buildings, and some of our favorite hot spots of food and beverage before and after shows. It's a really fun tour that we'll have, and I'll throw in a whole bunch of little tidbits too. Anyway, let's take a look. So we are here at the Armories, which is a really important building in Windsor's history, and it's been beautifully preserved here by the University of Windsor. There's a major project the University of Windsor undertook to bring our School of Creative Arts, SOCA, from the main campus to the downtown. This is a multi-year project, a very complicated project that resulted in an opening in 2018 where our programs in visual arts and in music and in architecture and design and in film are now housed in the building. It's a really fantastic space. An entire basement was dug primarily by hand and shovel. It was really quite complicated in terms of a project, but that was really amazing. And inside this space, there's a lot of original architecture, obviously, all brand new windows. All of the original brick inside has been retouched mostly by hand. It's again, a really complicated project. It's really beautiful. We have lots of great events in here. I think of the DIY Urbanism Symposium that we've had here. We also have Bookfest Windsor that's had their events here. Also too, it's one of the venues for WIFF, and one of my memories too is the Oscar-nominated actress Shohreh Aghdashloo being here and meeting with our guests and fans here at the Armories. It's a really fun space, and it's a very inspiring space to be in. So right next to the Armories, we have the second building that's part of the School of Creative Arts at the University of Windsor. It is the Alan Wildman Center for the Creative Arts. So in this space, we have a film production studio, a multimedia studio, editing suites, sound mixing suites. It's really fantastic stuff. This is actually a brand new building, so much simpler to actually get done, even though it's a very important building nonetheless. The actual footprint here, this is where the former Tunnel Barbecue used to be, where many of us enjoyed ribs and chicken and all sorts of things for many years. And at the opening of this building, there was many desserts served that are in line with what Tunnel Barbecue offered. So that was a really great nod to the history of the space by having many Tunnel Barbecue desserts served during the opening of this building. It was a really fun time. So as we continue our walk here in the theatre district, I'm right here at the corner of University Avenue and Palliser. So right here at Craft Heads, this is a very popular pub and brewery here in downtown Windsor. People love coming to this space. It's all a lower level space that's really comfortable and relaxing, and our WIFF team comes here a lot just to hang out. What's interesting with this whole building too is historically some really interesting stuff in this space. So up top used to be a hair salon called Vincent Hair Salon, and I could probably use a haircut right now. I wish it was still around. And this space here was actually for broaster chickens. So this place has come a long way, and right now you've got a common share space up top for common working, and then down here you've got the pub. So really fun, popular corner here in the Theatre District. So this is the home of the Windsor International Film Festival. So WIFF is an official partner of TIFF, and WIFF is Canada's largest volunteer-run film festival in the whole country, housed right here in Windsor, Ontario. This year we sold over 42,000 paid tickets to the festival. It's a 10-day festival, so very proud of that. This is our home base here in our office space, where we have about 8 million meetings a week planning the festival. It does take indeed 12 months to plan our annual festival, so very proud of that. And we also have a monthly series called WIFF 365 here in downtown Windsor, where people can enjoy movies all year long. So this is our beautiful space here inside the Capitol Theatre. So also housed here in the Capitol Theatre is ArtSite. ArtSite is an artist-run center for contemporary visual art. It's a really fun space. They always have something very, very interesting going on. And one of the highlights of their season, every holiday season, they have an event called Doing the Louvre, where there's a giant art sale that's really on everybody's calendar to check out. It's a really, really well done opportunity for people to check out some really cool art. So ArtSite's always a cool spot to have to check out and have stuff going on. And that's again in our historic Capitol Theatre. So as we just approach here to the front entrance of the Capitol Theatre, so the Capitol is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year, so it's a really, really special year for the Capitol. Back in the day, this was a vaudeville theater, and then started screening movies as well. And at one point, it was one of the largest theaters for movies in the country. It sat almost 2,000 people. Since then, it's had an amazing history in that many of these historic theaters in North America have actually been torn down, but Windsor's done a fantastic job of preserving that. The theater was scheduled to be torn down, and community leaders and activists came together to save this space. And right now it's unimaginable not to have the Capitol Theatre in Windsor because it's used for so many different events. And then now its anchor tenant is the Windsor Symphony Orchestra. So they're here permanently in this space. They put on an amazing amount of concerts. Very fortunate here in Windsor to have a professional level symphony here performing at the Capitol Theatre. So that's a really, really great piece. Also, many people don't know that some of their performances by the Windsor Symphony Orchestra have been nominated both for Gemini Awards and Juno Awards right here in Windsor. So that's pretty great. And the inside of the theater is absolutely fantastic, really architecturally very interesting. There's 2 theaters inside there. There's also one of the places that WIFF uses as one of its venues for the festival and other great events. Windsor Dance Experience has events here, and many, many other organizations have, in the arts and culture space, have events here. The other piece I'd point out too is here on the sidewalk, many of Windsor's most notable artists and arts contributors have been acknowledged here right on the sidewalk with stars. I look at Comfiore, I look at Herb Gray, Chuck Mady. So many different artists and arts leaders here have been acknowledged in Windsor's Walk of Fame, if you will. So right beside the Capitol Theatre, we have another unmissable spot here on our walking tour of the theatre district. This is Fog Lounge. So back in 2019, it celebrated its 15th anniversary. It's considered one of the coolest spots, not just in Windsor, but really in any city you could ever be in. In fact, CBC listeners named it the #1 spot in all of Canada to hear live independent music. Never a dull moment in Fog Lounge, and they bring in great acts, both Canadian and from the US as well. It holds about 60 people, very fun, relaxing, welcoming atmosphere. So we're right across the street from the Capitol Theatre. So we're looking right now at one vacant space. It formerly was a dry cleaners, but I have it on very good authority that this space is going to be soon taken over by a fantastic arts-based organization. I can't give too much more information on that, but look for this space to be transformed and added to the theatre district here downtown Windsor. I'm pretty excited for it. Now we're headed into what is called WIFF Alley. So WIFF Alley is something that the WIFF team unveiled during its 15th anniversary in 2019. We really wanted to make a tangible gesture to the community and just say we love being here and just thank you for everything that's happened for WIFF in this community. So we wanted to do something very tangible like beautify an alley. So we worked with many, many community partners here, including Unifor, and obviously Ward 3 City Councilor Reno Borland was a leader here in helping us achieve this. So this space here allows us to beautify a space, because this is an alley that many WIFF fans use to cut through between some of our major venues, the Capitol Theatre and the Chrysler Theatre. So we worked with locally based artists that are really internationally renowned, like Denial. We also hired artists named Dirks and Christina Bratt as well to do many of the pieces here. So this is some of Denial's work right here. We did this fantastic homage to film, and this beautiful, beautiful mural, whether you've got Carrie Fisher or Marilyn Monroe or Charlie Chaplin, and all sorts of different touches. And what's fun with it is you can walk by it time and time and time again and you still catch new things. That's great. Put up all sorts of beautiful lights, so this is lit up every single night, so year round it's beautiful. All sorts of painting here as well. And we had the good fortune at our unveiling, the very next day actually, a wedding party was here taking photos in the alley. People had already started adopting it as their own, which is really, what the point of it was. So we love WIFF Alley very, very much. For us, it's a real corridor to connect the theater district here in downtown Windsor. So we're very, very proud of that. So as we're here in WIFF Alley, if we turn over and just take a look down there, you find Villain's Bistro. This is another favorite haunt of many of us here downtown. And the thing that really stands out about Villain's Bistro and what makes it really a favorite here in the theater district is the design inside of Villain's Bistro, which is all these amazingly rendered drawings of famous movie and TV villains. So whether you're looking at Darth Vader or Skeletor or Cruella de Vil or Norman Bates, you can find them framed on the walls of the pub. So it really makes an entertaining, fun type of space. There are all sorts of just cool events in here as well. You can grab some great pub fare and some beers and some spirits as well. So we're here on Riverside Drive, right in front of the Art Gallery of Windsor. It's a beautiful, beautiful location with great views of the water and of Detroit. It's a beautiful, beautiful gallery with a very substantial permanent collection. It's really quite significant. And also in the past few years on the main floor, the Chimchak Museum has actually moved in here to this space. You get both the Art Gallery of Windsor and the Chimchak Museum housed in this beautiful modern space here right on Riverside Drive. So we are now here at the Chrysler Theatre, the St. Clair Center for the Arts. So this theater is built into St. Clair College's downtown campus. So it's a really beautiful, newer building. It's a very, very large theater inside. It seats about 1,200 people, including a beautiful big balcony. This is also one of the main venues for WIFF. So we love being here as well. It's a really, really fun and beautiful, beautiful space to be at. And there's been many, many great events throughout the year hosted here. I think of what Windsor Light Opera does here. They put on a lot of great, very popular musicals here in the theater. And also, of course, St. Clair College students are here all the time, spending time here at this beautiful theater. So we do love that very much. Also, thinking of CBC's Rick Mercer, also recently was performing here, did a special show here at the Chrysler Theatre. So we are finishing our tour right here on Windsor's beautiful waterfront. And again, one of the things I really love about this space is that it's an unobstructed view of the water. It's really, really beautiful downtown, and we're fortunate to have it in our theater district. So lots of great events happen here during the year, and certainly obviously during summertime, including the Laulina Blues Fest, which is really, really popular. That takes place in Festival Plaza right down the way there. So lots of great things that happen here that people look forward to. A few people have also suggested the idea of doing a drive-in, that if we could do a drive-in downtown, that could be fun. It might be something we have to look at. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Another element I really, really love downtown that I want to showcase here is this beautiful, giant, oversized Canadian flag that waves very proudly here right on the waterfront between Canada and the US. It's a huge Canadian flag that was put up here about 3 years ago. There's many community leaders that came together, amongst others Peter Rastovec, who's a major arts supporter and champion right here in this community, and that we have this great audacious, large Canadian flag waving proudly right here on Windsor's waterfront. So it's a real something a lot of us love very, very much, and reminds us of all the great benefits and pride that we have of being Canadian. So that concludes our walking tour of Windsor's downtown theatre district. We're very, very proud of it as well. Hopefully you got some insights and all sorts of fun spaces to catch a live show, to catch a film, to grab a beer, or to just hang out with friends. But what really you can sort of feel in the theatre district is this is really where life and culture and quality of life all come together in this one downtown theatre district. So thanks very much, and we'll see you later.